Up, guys? Back in today with more Jaadugar. This time with episode 7, episode 8. It was a brilliant episode again last time. Kind of setting forth a bit of a plan. Well, that's the thing. I say setting forth a plan, but just kind of working out what will happen in the future. Which obviously Sitara and I'm not even gonna say what came to my head. I'm not even gonna say. Um, yeah, just kind of foretelling a bit of the future. Unfortunately, another couple of girls, one of them being a pretty big like advisor, I think, the old woman, a kind of tactile genius. She kind of figured out what would happen as well, so they're gonna try and deny where the kind of future is heading, and we kind of just want to keep it kind of rolling on that path. So I think that's going to be a really interesting bit of a kind of battle of sneakiness, I guess I'll call it, going forward from this episode. So I'm really excited to see more of that. But yeah, heard, I think that's all centers around the invasion of that kind of Chinese empire, right? But yeah, the bricks were laid last week, I think. Seeds were sown. Oh, they're already sown, but we just kind of realized. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this was an interesting little story as well about these earrings. The Jin dynasty. I I guess while the opening's playing, I can look this up quickly. Is this like is this story going to be finished in just one season, or will there have to be multiple seasons for this? I kind of feel like with the pacing, it probably should be about 2 seasons. It's 12 episodes, as usual. Is there ever anything that's not 12 episodes nowadays? Yeah, it's 12 episodes, but will that cover all of the material? It's still ongoing, so no, clearly not. I think it's still ongoing. There's a question mark as to the airing date, and I've got no idea how many chapters are currently released. The first discussion about the manga is it's impossible to find apparently. Okay, so there are about 40 chapters at least, I think. Okay. So yeah, plenty more content. I say plenty more content. It seems like there's plenty more to come. But yeah, it kind of feels like with the way this is paced, it probably will be another season, 2 seasons, 3 seasons. I think would be a pretty good for this show. I feel like to kind of wrap. I mean, I don't know where the story's going, to be fair, but I can kind of foresee where the story's going a little bit. But you know what I'm saying. No idea about the turns here and there, but it does feel like 2 or 3 seasons would be a pretty ample kind of run time for this show. I feel like. I hope it's been popular. It's definitely been one of the best shows airing the season. I might hazard to say it might be the best show airing the season. Definitely in contention. So we're familiar with his work, though not much reputation. Renkinjutsu. Alchemy. A flask. Oh. Seems like she could maybe use something like that with the old woman. I say she's an old woman. She might not actually be an old woman. She might just be affected heavily by this illness. Did you say that? Even hear her out before you brought her here? Waste of time. That's it. Waste of time. I wouldn't be surprised if it was you. I wouldn't be too surprised if it was you. Not personally. You know what I'm saying? What was it made out of? I'm no expert at science. Guys, no, I'm not too great at history either. Probably two of my worst subjects. So it's Sandarak, Quicksilver, Sulfur. I don't really know the properties of many of these, but I know about the song by Slipknot, and that makes sulfur sound pretty nasty. Um, Sandarak. I don't think I've even ever heard of that. That just looks like red sand. Um, but yeah, I know. I say I know. A lot of the time when you hear about like concoctions and shit made during like these periods, it is just like a bunch of nonsense. It's just a bunch of random stuff put together, and it's just like trial and error. Then again, science in essence is a lot of trial and error, isn't it? Really, but like a bit more dangerously in these periods. We need her dead, fortunately. See, someone did explain this to me last week. I guess they didn't really need to, but thanks nevertheless. I think that's a nice thing. I don't think passing down as wives is like a thing, but I feel like it's a nice like look after your family. Even like you could just cast them out and be like, well, your husband's dead. You've got no part of my family. Piss off. Probably would be easy to do that. But I feel like that's like something nice from these Mongolians, where like, you have to look after your family. That's it. I mean, it should probably just be common like courtesy, to be honest. But still, pretty nice, I guess. They're not barbarians in that regard. Like it kind of certifies that you're when you leave your wife in the future and die, that she's got someone to like look after her, which I think is pretty cool. It's very smart. Sand or something. God, why me? Indeed. Not sure what exactly we plan on doing with this elixir. Tad too happy. I love her voice actress. Does a Otos in Gintama. Does the angry old lady rent woman very well. That's the one. Sandarak. Mm. There it is. Oh, why? Oh yeah, I mean they said it could do that. Really? Saving this woman's life? You wouldn't have dead. Fair. They don't know that the like what's the plan here? Yeah, what I was about to say is Shitara and Torigane don't know that these guys came up with the same conclusion that they came up with regarding the future of this place. So they've got, I guess you could say they've got no reason to want him dead, but what reason do they have to help them? I'm struggling to understand the motivation behind this. You guys have any idea? I mean, clearly during this scene here, Sitara kind of figured out something. but I've got no idea what the motivation is here to help these people. Have they is it been known? Is there any hint to as to what they want here? Yeah, I'm questioning a lot of what the motivation is to help these. Again, they don't know it, but they might just be helping their greatest kind of enemy in a way, as to what they want to achieve. They and especially using this stone as well, this jada stone on it. Like that's a big commitment. Um, yeah. Why invest this much? Why invest something that important? it's it's cursed. Oh, I feel like we are genuinely trying to help her, but that's the plan. We're just trying to get her on our side. What to what end? To what end exactly? Again, the way I saw it last week, would be better off with her dead. But hmm. She's up walking about. Disrespect right there. Should always let the messenger get away. That's disrespect. Kill them as well. God, I've been playing a lot of Resident Evil 4 recently, so I've been kicking down a lot of these, a lot of these wooden ladders. It's been a while since I've seen her. Exactly. Exactly. Oh, she's called it. So she's a relatively smart woman. Not quite as smart as some of the other characters in the show, but the pursuit for knowledge is there from her, isn't it? She's not stupid. Okay. She's around a lot, doesn't she? It's it doesn't sound like it. I mean, it is a bit of a shame, isn't it? When you, like, it's the plan. It's like it's one of those things again we've seen from Zatara. You don't want to get too comfortable in this position. You don't want to make this your you want to remember the revenge. You want to remember the plan. But it is a kind of shame because these two have found something that they can bond over so much, such a similar experience. It is a bit of a shame that they again. It might sound harsh me saying this, but it's a bit of a shame they can't move on. Like, not that they should, and they deserve some payback and such. But again, it's kind of sad with stuff like that scene there. It's like maybe if these two did like settle down, like maybe somewhere else, like they could have a happy rest of their lives instead of chasing after revenge and yeah. Like this scene says a lot, really, doesn't it? It's kind of sad. Like yeah, this is good. She's getting in with more people, higher up people, uh, getting a spread of relationships, which can only be good for whatever scheme such is going on. But they can't even enjoy just like a little bit of food like this. Like yeah, this scene says a lot. I think is what I'm trying to say here. It's quite sad. Quite sad, but needs to be done. Oh shit, we're gonna use that. Oh shit. That's really quite ingenious. She's using that time of her like this. Yeah, good point. Why would you say that? You might only be sitting there because of her, so I got no idea what that acumen means. So we're gonna feed into her ego a bit here, are we? Oh, you're being really sneaky right now, Sitara. The deceit, the schemes are all like coming out right here, aren't they? Fucking out. That whole scene was just like so scheming and conniving. We're gonna like feed into her um kind of self consciousness about being in this position. I mean, if people are asking, she surely wonders a bit herself. I mean, that question like, why was I chosen? If these people don't think I should like. She probably heard it in passing and such. Like, why her? Why she like? So we're gonna kind of feed into that and feed her ego a little bit. Again, I really like what Sitara done here and kind of using that time with her name, Olugui's wife, kind of using that as a bit of a weapon. And again, I mean, it goes with what I said a minute ago about creating these relationships. They benefit us in ways probably wouldn't have even foretold to kind of use the information like this because if she tries to like look up the past, she will maybe find that she did used to kind of read with her and such. So, yes, it's again that thing I said about the sad scene a minute ago. This is majorly beneficial, kind of creating these relationships and getting in where we can, because it leads to situations like this. Yeah, yeah, sneaky. I like it. I like it. Again, I do feel weird because we know these guys, these Mongols are the enemy, but I do somewhat feel bad for them sometimes getting like duped and used and like I probably shouldn't feel bad, but I somewhat do because they are like I don't know, maybe it's just human nature type of thing. You don't want like even if it is for a good purpose, an evil is still a bit of an evil. I don't know. Oh shit. Oh, has Chitara been outsmarted here? Maybe the shoe was on the other foot this whole time. I thought Chitara was scheming and working her work and her magic and that silver tongue, but perhaps that this was all like because we know this woman is incredibly smart. Wow. No, I feel bad. I feel really bad for Torigene. She's already scared of this woman in the first place. Bless her. Wow, what is this going to be about then? Is this going to be about that previous conversation? Did she maybe figure out what these guys are scheming based off that? Because she knew about the whole like power scale of the way things were heading, with Tolui becoming a bit of an issue with the power that he was holding, the army and such. And she knew all about that, so she figured out that Sitara was kind of going to be manipulating that to ruin the Mongol Empire. She's now going to be questioning Torigene about how much she's involved in this. Like, wow, this is scary. No wonder she's scared of her. Wow. I think this show is getting really good. Like this show is just getting better and better. I feel like the first episodes are really strong. Don't get me wrong, but I kind of just feel like it's getting better and better week in week out with these kind of mental games, these schemes, these ever developing kind of situation. Another brilliant episode. And again, just like that right there, it's like it's like I don't know if I could say a revelation at the minute because we don't really know, but it's like, oh shit, we thought we were like winning this manipulative mental battle the whole time. Perhaps we were actually the one getting manipulated to kind of expose ourselves a little bit. Like, yeah, wow. I did say that I feel like this was a huge mistake. Yes, it would have been incredibly beneficial to have someone like this to use and be on the side of, but this woman is a bit too knowledgeable and scary. I feel like we probably should just let her die. But how are they to know that? That should be such an issue. But again, I'm just kind of theorizing in a minute. I could be totally wrong about the whole situation, of course. But just again, just it is such an incredibly interesting scenario, isn't it? Tengri. She didn't even get to eat her food, bless her. So yeah, hopefully nothing happens with her again, eh? Um, I was already feeling sad for her, being with Tara leaving her. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. A really good episode. Really good episode yet again. This scenario just gets more interesting and gets even more deep as it goes on, even more layers, and it's just like it's really good writing. I feel like really good, really interesting. But yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. I mean, I pretty much spoke about it all there. Just incredibly like tense. I feel like that's something that's happened more has gone on. These really tense kind of interactions and meetings and such. Really cool, like using some of the past situate. Like yeah, just absolutely amazing stuff. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode though down in the comment sections. Leave a like on the video if you guys would like, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date with these weekly reactions. And I'll see you guys next week with episode 9.